Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to continue to play more of Satisfactory, and we did it. You know, so often people, you know, if you look at my base, if you see my other episodes, my base is an absolute disaster, and we did it all so that we could have it nice and pretty just like this in this little factory, so that we could produce, you know, this, whatever this thing is. We're getting there. See, we're doing it. We're amazing now. I'm just kidding. I couldn't do that. This place is a mess. I'm joking. This place is an absolute disaster. There's no way I'm going to be able to fix this. What are you talking about? Jeez. Look, leave me alone. I didn't. It's not my fault. Don't blame me. It's fine. Anyway, here's what we gotta do. Here's what we were doing last time, maybe the time before. I don't actually remember. I think we had to up this stuff, and I think I finally got something going here. I think. And so I'm kind of hoping we get more. I don't think we're going to get back enough things, but because we need 100 of those. What does that require? Maybe I'm just being silly, and we should just... No, I can't make it out here. Never mind, that's not going to work. Because I think it needs... I think it's built in a blender, and I don't have the stuff for the... Oh boy, here we go. There's a blender, boom, and one of these frames, and nitrogen gas. Hold on. Wait. Where are the heavy frames? The heavy frames are not... Why is this one empty? What is this? I think this needs the same thing. It needs... He needs rubber. Why? Rubber's low? Oh, God. Why? Oh, no. I don't want to... Okay, I don't want to talk about that right now. What? Nothing here uses... Does nothing here use the heavy... I mean, those use the heavy modular frames. Where are the frames coming from then? Woo! Okay, we're having a bad day. No, wait, where are... The frames are in here. Are they not? Am I making them out there? That doesn't make any sense. How the heck are the frames getting there? There's a heavy frame. There's a single heavy frame right there. Oh, Lord. We're going to have to up our heavy frame production, aren't we? What I was going to try to do was just take a little batch and just make a little extra off to the side so that I can have my little thing. Because I have hydrogen and I can convert one of these lines or something into extra, you know, stuff. I could probably just take it like from right here because I don't think this... I mean, it's making stuff. Where is this stuff going? Oh, it's going this way. Okay, I was like, man, you think... but I can up this. I actually can up this, I think. I mean, I could probably up that all the way, right? Oof. Maybe don't do that. This is gonna be a tough one. Maybe if I pull it from here? But it doesn't help me because I don't have frames, does it? See, this is the thing. I think we're like gonna be like we're locked in right now, unfortunately, and locked in like in a bad way. I can't get to the matter conversion because I don't have the frames. The heavy modular frames, or whatever they're called, are coming from... Which line is it? I don't even know. It's not the top one. It's got to be this one down here. right? Because that's a motor. Yeah, oh my goodness. This, and it isn't even producing anything. That's bad. I mean, this means this thing is like locked in place. Oh Lord. What does this even need? This is just so we can get the frames. I don't even think we need the frames, to be honest. Well, we do, but we don't. No, no, we messed up somewhere. There's no way. Frames are not being made out there. That's a lie. Are they actually being made? No, they can't be. Where are these things going? That's rubber. Which that, okay, we're not talking about rubber. We're not talking about rubber right now. I don't even want to think about rubber right now. What I want to think about is where in the world are these frames coming from? Right, frames. Got it. Frames. 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 There they are. Frames. Good buddy old pal frames. Because they need like a bajillion screws. Right, of course they do. Right, and this is where I went like ballistic trying to figure out that there was enough screws. We do have screws. It's literally going at full capacity though. There's no way I'd have enough screws. There's no way I would have enough screws to do both. I could do the other one and have like a whole, but the screws are what's, I mean the screws are screwing me. Oh no, because this is like a near constant, like very, oh my lord. Okay, so screws need to be like quadrupled if we're gonna do anything with that. And it's still not enough, because look, it's emptied out. Look. And that's like me making the screws at like, oh my goodness gracious, I don't think I can do this. This is going to be a problem. This is going to be, this is definitely like a huge, this is an issue because I don't know how to get the heavy modular fused frames or whatever they're called. I don't think it's possible because we just don't have enough screws coming in, and then we don't have enough. Can I put another train here? Will this work? No, I don't want to... Well, I mean, sure, that's not what I wanted to do, but... How do I do the... I want the... This thing. Train. Edit time. Turn on self-driving. Edit timetable. Save changes. Train... Locomotive has no timetable. Okay, so train. Edit timetable. Black site alpha. And home base. Save changes. Is this gonna like explode or something? I hope not. The other one needs to be moving, right? The other one should be like... Where is this train going? I'm just wondering if I could like up, but I don't think that's gonna matter though, right? Because it's just gonna be less stuff. So I need to focus on rubber and more screws if I really want to do this. My goodness gracious. I mean... 755 per minute. But that's because we're taking more... Right? Because this train's gonna go, the other train's gonna go. So in theory, we should be able to get more... Right? Because then... This train is going... And I guess we're just going to sit here for just a second here, because we actually have to figure this out. We're going to let this come back and see, is it possible that the next train comes in and drops off a load before this load finishes unloading? Maybe? Ooh, it's going to be close. But is it gonna have to wait though? Is it gonna be like, we're waiting until, you know... Oh, it stops. Okay. So it stops, it does its thing, it pulls it over, it still had some screws left over, which is okay. But it more or less finishes as one is dropping off. And then it drops off more. And then boom. And then it does its cycle. But there's gonna be less though. That's the catch, is that yes, but technically no, because there's just less. Because it's not gonna be as, because we're picking it up twice as frequently. So it's not to say there's more stuff, there's just less in each thing. I don't know what to do with that. I really don't. I don't know if I should be... I don't know. I mean, the extra train might help a little bit. But I don't know. And the extra rubber, that just scares me because I don't know what to do with that. I really don't. Woo! I should not be... I mean, what is all this? I see a lot of things sitting here. Why is this all... What is this? Why is there so much rubber sitting here? And what is this making? Circuit board. Oh. Okay. Well, we don't really have an issue with circuit boards. We have an issue with... this. And rubber. Rubber, let's look at the rubber one while we still can. And then we'll come back and try to figure out the screws here in a second. Rubber is honestly probably not a whole lot. It's probably just like this machine that's producing rubber. I mean, that's plastic, that's polymer stuff. That's that. That's plastic. Almost everything is plastic. I mean, that is the only recipe for rubber, isn't it? Oh, no. No, 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 no. Polymer, resin, and water. Interesting. Okay. But is that what I'm doing? Wait, no. I'm doing it as a byproduct of this. I'm not specifically making it. So then maybe I need to pull some of the blue resin, and instead of making those containers with the resin, because I'm making plastic over there. Maybe I take that other thing and convert it into... Okay. Alright, we might be able to do something with that. I don't know how that's going to help, but we'll try. I'm also wondering if I should just like... But I don't think I need it now, I guess. Oh, here we go. Back into the land of screws. They're making... Okay, so this guy, he is pulling 240 per minute, 75 and 75. That's 150. What's that? 360. So I could do 150, 150. So I could produce a heck of a lot more. I could produce two more lines here. Let's hold off on that for a second. Let's hold that thought, because maybe I'm not doing enough here. So it's producing 75s things, 75s, that's 37 and 37. Not quite, that's what, like, it's like almost 40, almost 80, minus a few. I mean, those are pretty much spot on. Okay, so those are basically at their max. These 75, these are not at their max. Okay, well that would be good to know. Okay, and then so now we're producing almost like, we're say a little less than 40. We're producing, I mean, we could just do the math here. So it's 37, making 150 bars. Do I have to convert these to, no, okay. Making 150 bars essentially, or rods. And then we need 20. I'm assuming these are all just the same, right? 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay, so how many is that? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Hang on here. 6. So we're making 150. So 6 times 20 is 120. Plus another 20 would be 140. But I think what I'm going to do is up it to double that, and then so I can add 1. Right now I can add 1 and not overload the system. How long was that like that? I guess that's probably been there forever, huh? That one thing that wasn't. Okay, so if I up it to do one more. Right, so what would that even be? Okay, so I'm just thinking here because I'm gonna double it here. So if I double this, because I'm gonna make 2 more smelters, right? Because I can go up to, right now we're basically at what we have for 240, 75 and 75. There's a lot of math involved in this. Who knew? Okay, so we're producing 200, so we have 75 times 2 is 150. We're making 240 right now, so minus 150, that's another 90. So I could put 1, or if I double it, it went up to 360. 360 minus, and if they're going at max capacity, it's 75 each. That's 1, that's 2, and then 1, 2. So if I did 2 more, that would leave me with 60 left over as just extra. So I don't know if I have enough stuff for this though, because I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 6. That's 9. That's 12. Oh Lord, we're not gonna have enough to do all of this. We have enough to make one more without it interrupting the system. What would that even be? Another 80 screws? What would it make if I did this? Maybe 25. What did I say I was making? That I was making... enough where I would have... So if I was making 20 times 6, and I'm making 150... So what's 25 times 6? 150. Oh, so I could just up this to 100. And then if they're making... So that's 6 times an additional 20. That's another 120 screws per minute. I mean, we're talking... That's still not even remotely close. I mean, I could go on a hunt for like... I mean, I guess I could go, like, I could actually go on a hunt and start finding more of those, but effectively, like, I could... Oh, so this isn't even pulling everything at the max here. Oh my goodness gracious, no wonder why. Ah, you were the problem child! No, okay, so that's just gonna, I mean, like, so effectively, if I'm doing 100 piece, that is making 600 screws per minute. I mean, that's basically what that needs. And these screws are going elsewhere, I think. I could, in theory, double this, but, I mean, I could. The problem that I'm gonna have with that is that yes, I could, but also how is that making sense? 25 rods, 25 rods, 25 rods, so that's 75 times 3. 75 times 3, that's 200. Right, they need 75. No, 75 times 2 is 150. It's only 2. And they're producing currently a total of 37.5 times 4. So they're literally producing exactly what they need to. I could, in theory, okay, so I could actually do this. And I'm not sure if we're going to do that now. We might have to just think about this. I'd like to maybe go back and do the rubber, but we could probably, I mean, if we double this and produce another thing, I just don't have enough stuff. I mean, let's see if that does anything to start. I mean, this is basically overflowing, which is great news. Well, this is not, because this is... Where is that going? Is that gonna... They're both gonna go to the same thing. Okay. I mean, I'm almost positive I've already done this, but just make sure I'll... Like, I have to, like, quadruple... Unless... Oh, I don't have that yet. Okay, never mind. I was like, do I not have the max... I would definitely do that for this, to get this in. Dang, and then the rubber, I might convert that other thing into, oh, but I probably can't. Because in order for that to work, I mean, basically I would be converting this polymer into rubber. Let's see what we get out of this. Let's go back to the base. I mean, I don't think it's gonna add enough. I'm basically just making enough screws. I mean, that's really good to see like lines of like screws and stuff. I just don't think it's fast enough. I still don't. That's so slow. We don't even want to talk about that right now. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well. Shoot, I just don't know how we're gonna get the frames. I'd have to double that in order to get enough screws to get enough frames to be able to make my own fused modular frames out here. Whee! Look at this guy go. He's going for a ride. How did he get up there? Okay, well, there he is. Yeah, see, that's the thing. This thing is just like going, and then it's just literally gone. Okay, so I could convert this, but then what is making... Wait, we're making extra here, though. See, this is where it's like, we're making extra. We don't need to make extra now, but we would need to pull off something. Wait, maybe I don't need this. Maybe I don't need this? We could keep this here as like a backup, but I don't actually think I don't need this. I almost died there. I thought I almost like completely ruined the whole thing. I was like, please don't have me do that. Okay, so then we aren't getting that much polymer resin. Let's see how much we're actually getting. We're gonna change this to rubber though. I think I could just do this. I think it'd be like a simple boom to rubber. I'm gonna get 60 out of that. I'm literally gonna get... Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. I mean, sure, but... Okay, but then here's the problem. We have rubber. Now how do we have to put it somewhere. Which is... Which of these lines gets rubber put into it? Alright, we actually have to watch because whichever one gets rubber, I think it's this one. Yeah, on the right one. So if we're looking at like this, rubber goes here. So we just need to connect this to the rubber line. That's not that bad. Honestly, we could probably just do it right here. I think this is the rubber. Let me just make sure. Surely there's enough rubber in there, right? I mean, not really much of anything, to be honest. There's like... I mean... It does have more polymer resin. Not much, though. That's plastic stuff. We really don't need plastic. I mean, we do, but we don't. I'm glad if it's filling up, but that's not... This rubber line used to be... Oh, it's going 2 different places. Right. Of course it is. So we want a dedicated line. We have to check where that rubber is going. Okay, so we want a dedicated rubber on the back end here. Okay, let's just do this because we are going to call this one quits here, I think. But we will be able to do this, I think. This should be pretty straightforward. We're just literally going to take this. And yeah, I mean most of that, I put most of that in there. This is going to be like useless. But I mean, it won't be that bad, I guess. Be better than nothing, I suppose. Now, how do I get this out of here without too many problems? Yikes, this is gonna be... This is a disaster, holy cow. Okay, that's fine. That is probably fine. And that is probably fine. So what this will do is this will add a little bit of extra rubber to the system to ensure that we're getting rubber where we need it. Since this is being split, but where is this being split to? Is this making something actually useful, or if this is not making anything useful, may not need any that we do. Okay, alright, well, I mean, I could put in a thing, but I don't think that's gonna do it either, to be honest, because it's not, it just, we need more of everything, especially screws, if we're trying to do something different. I mean, because this is already just like, boop, two, I mean, I suppose it's an extra few every second that it's gonna throw out there, even if it's not gonna run constantly. And that's probably way better use of everything than putting in that, but this is gonna be... Woo! Okay, so, and we need the rubber down there too. So we really do. I mean, how much, I wasn't even looking how much it needed. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. Okay. Boy, we're gonna have to, how many of these little dudes do I have? I have 6. We're gonna need to have probably about 30 or 40 to be able to do what I would like to do with the other stuff. I mean, this isn't bad. And it's gonna go, and it's fine, and then, but then we still don't have the, like, what is this line? It's burning it. No, it's not burning it though, right? That's a different line. I'm talking about the line underneath. This hidden line back here. Why? It's burning it because I used a different filter. Any undefined... the rubber going to do that for? Did I screw something up down here? Rubber, plastic, rubber. Why is the rubber going that way? Okay, we can't have that. Okay, so the center one has to be Smokeless black powder. Unless there's overflow. It can have overflow, but it does not need smokeless black powder. Smokeless black powder. And what is this? What are those? Circuit boards? Oh, I guess I could just look at the... And circuit boards are allowed through. Oh, did I put that in there because something like... something got through that wasn't supposed to? I think so. I think that's exactly what happened. Alright, this should no longer burn. No, why? Oh, am I being dumb? Did I... Smokeless black powder, circuit boards, why any overflow? But that's not overflow though. And then this is circuit boards and smokeless black powder for the bottom. I have noticed that too, that like there has been like a lot of this, like probably because there's just so many items. There's been a lot of times where things aren't doing what they should be doing. Okay, that... Is it overflow because the belt was too slow? That is very interesting. I bet it was. I bet you that's exactly what was happening. The belt was too slow, and yep, I mean that makes so much more sense. So the rubber that I was bringing over, I was just burning most of it. Good. I'm so glad I was doing that. That makes me feel so much better now. Okay, let me do this, and then we have to call it quits. We're gonna have to come back. We're gonna have to. This is the thing. I love this game. This game is probably one of my favorite games at the moment, and I am determined. We're gonna figure out how to get to phase 5. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we're gonna figure it out. The problem that we're kind of stuck with at the moment is that we are being hindered by the fact that. Yeah, this is what we're being hindered by ourselves. That's what's really happening. Our messiness, our desire to just make a whole bunch of garbage things, has made it so that we well, not really garbage, but has made it so that we aren't getting. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, well, at least this is getting something occasionally. And this is just being burnt. Okay, well, that's interesting, though. I'm glad we finally... I mean, this has been here forever. God, this has been... I've been probably doing that for... Nah, I don't want to talk about it. How much rubber's actually coming in? That's what we need to do real quick. Because this is where it's kind of getting... to me. How much rubber is actually coming in? I mean, these are, we'll say they're roughly a minute, whatever, I don't know. Roughly a minute between trains. And this will tell us about how many we're getting. $60. Okay, 60, and then this is taking... This needs 15. That's it, just 15? Okay, so it's getting twice what it actually needs per minute now. And then... Where are we going with this? This line. This is the line. Oh, wait, hang on. So we're going to say roughly 15. But then we also have to add this in too. And it's roughly making 50, but it's, I don't think it's actually, I think it's only making like 25 because it's not actually running the whole time. So that could be a bit of a problem. For another day, of course. It's always another day that's a problem. Okay, so then let's follow that rubber back to where we were. Somehow we ended up back where we started. And then, so we're saying we probably are getting probably about 30 rubber plus a few extra, and that rubber is going this direction. And it's being split again. 30 rubber. So that means that's covering that, and this needs another 45 rubber. Oh, Lord. We're not making nearly enough. I mean... Oh. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. Honestly, that sucks a lot. Okay, well, we're gonna have to figure that out, I guess. It's gonna have to be a conundrum for another day, I think. I don't want to even go over there because it's so loud sometimes. We're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to make it happen. And we're gonna go from there. Yeah. I mean, it literally comes down to the fact that, like, this is overflowing. That's actually a good sign for us. And it's still, you know what? That's what we're doing. We're making more. Because if I can get more here being produced, and I can shove more into there, we might be able to get more into the thing. And then if we can get more into here, I mean, that looks pretty good if you ask me. Do we do the same thing? Do we take double bottles? I mean, the problem is there's definitely like an inefficiency because like this, we don't need all this. We need these and this stuff and maybe some of those. We're actually producing probably too many bottles. I wonder if that'll hurt if I take one out. That'll put less demand on that, and if there's less demand on that, that'll maybe go that way. Well, yeah, it would actually. Okay. And then this, I mean, that's not really putting any demand anywhere, but like, it's not really helpful, I don't think. Yeah, I think we can, because you're right, because we're also recycling a large number. There's a lot of things being recycled. I just wish we didn't have to burn everything. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, okay, well, I could go on and on and on, I guess. I could just keep doing this. But, yeah, that's our thing. We need to figure out, we're going to have to make a separate thing just for those heavy fused modular frames. I think. I just don't think we're going to be... Because if I go out there, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be short on... It's going to be short on the other stuff. Okay, either way, we are going to have to leave this one here, and we'll come back to this game, of course. We're going to finish this. We are determined we're going to finish this. We're going to finish it. We're kind of almost stuck So I'll have to do a lot more tinkering until I can figure that out, because I essentially can't build the other 3 items. I can build the first one, that nuclear pasta. I can't build anything else until I get this matter conversion. And I can't get enough of the frames without it. I can get frames if I cheat and I use the shop, but that's not going to be... That's not helpful, I don't think. So, I think the thing to do would be to make the system be capable, not just pull the resource out of the shop. Either way, we are going to stop this one here finally. And, yeah, that's it. So, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything. And I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!